Hello Flosstube, I'm Leslie from Under the Sea Fabrics. This is April 18th, I think it's a Thursday. This is actually the second time I have gone through and done this video. I know I promised a couple weeks ago that I would have 2 videos, and I made 2 videos, and for some reason I couldn't get the second one to upload. The file was corrupted, I don't know. And as this is the first chance I've had to do another one. So, sorry about that. And this is just like a whips and stash video. I don't think there's maybe 2 finishes, maybe. So, but I have other kind of neat things that I've gotten to show you. So, let's kind of get to it. First, whips. I'm tired. You can tell I'm tired. So I've joined a Facebook group called School of Magical Stitches. It is Harry Potter based, which is a lot of fun. And each week, the 2 admins, Vicky and Kate, come up with a stitching assignment, so that we can get points towards our houses. We were all sorted. There's, I think, something like 1,000 people in each house. And no, it can't be that high. Maybe 500. I'm in Slytherin along with some of my other friends, obviously. But it's a lot of fun because it has me working on whips I don't usually work on. I pulled out some stuff I haven't worked on much. Some of my stuff's new starts. There's just a lot going on. So first thing I've been working on. Ooh. Sorry, something. One of the finishes is dusty. Is Castle Walls. This is by Ink Circles. So, I'm going to come closer with this. The center, I am using a Gloriana called Royal Plum. So that's what the center is. And I'm going to use it for some of the exterior motifs. The walls are going to be black. This is Splendor Black. And then I've chosen a different silk for each of these areas to match the one in the center. So this purple is Gloriana Grape. And this brown is Gloriana Chocolate. I have Gloriana Thistle Green, I think, to be one side. And then I haven't found my blue yet. So I'm still working on finding blue. I've ordered a handful, but I just haven't found one that works yet. That's mostly been my travel project, because it's really easy just to kind of pick up where I left off and work on it. And it counts for, because it's a castle, and there's a lot of castle themed assignments on the School of Magical Stitches. I'm able to use that for a lot of things. So like when I go to doctor's appointments, things like that. Anytime I'm going somewhere, that one tends to go with me. Also, it's in a nice little bag. It fits on 8-inch Q-snaps, so it's super simple to kind of travel around with it. Oh, and the needle minder on it says Feelin' Stabby. It's a little bobbin and needle. It's from Snarky Crafter Designs. I love her needle minders. You're going to see a bunch of them today because they are my new favorite, and I have a ton of them. So, there's that. The next thing I have, I put one stripe in on my One Nation. This is on Brown Sugar Newcastle from Under the Sea Fabrics. Another Snarky Crafter needle minder, the little beer. I have been working on this at least 5 or 6 years. So every so often I get a bug in my butt and put another stripe in. Because of that, the linen is so soft. This feels like a sheet because it's really soft, and I use it a lot because I pull it out and I'll stitch on it, and then there you go. The colors I'm using, the blue is Gloriana Midnight. The red is Gloriana Schoolhouse Red, I think. And the white is Belsois Oatmeal Scone. Or Vanilla Scone, something like that. I think it's Oatmeal Scone. But I love this. Like I said, every so often I pull something out and put more in. In this case, one of our assignments was to put 500 stitches into a border. And this was the only project, like, I knew where it was that had a border to it. So I just put a stripe in. Next, I think this is called Magical Symbols Heart. This is by Snarky Crafter. This is her pattern, Snarky Crafter Designs pattern. Both of these are her needle minders. Pull them closer. This one says School of Stitchcraft and Wizardry, or School of Wizardry and Stitchcraft, and this one's the Slytherin Crest. They're too close together. They keep clicking. Okay. So far, I've gotten half a cauldron. These two needle minders. I'll take one of them off and then they won't click together. I've got half a cauldron, Hedwig's cage, and a stag's head. This is on Nessie. This was the January fabric of the month from Under the Sea Fabrics. The green and blue Nessie. And this is glow in the dark thread. So the whole thing will glow in the dark. And it's glow in the dark petite treasure braid by Rainbow Gallery. Or not treasure braid, silk lame, petite silk lame. Alright, this one is Nora Corbett, but a Mirabilia. It is Gypsy Murid. Now, I'm doing this one in silks, because I know it's going to be a long time I'm working on it, and if I'm going to work on a project for forever, I'm going to stitch in threads I like to work with. So this is in silks. Most of the colors are pretty true. The color is Galenay Opal Cashel from Under the Sea Fabrics. My love to stitch needle minder. I think I bought it at Keepsakes during StitchCon last year. So this one I've been working on a lot for Stitchcraft, or for Magical Stitches. We've had to do 500 stitches in gold. We've had to work on patterns that have a map or components of a map, and this one has compass points. We've had to work on something that takes place at night. So this one's gotten some love because, you know, it's got a lot of gold. It's a nighttime cross stitch. It has compass points on the pattern, although I'm not stitching on them. The nice thing about the school is usually you don't have, if it's the assignment, like I said, calls for compass points, as long as it's in the pattern, it counts for the homework. So that one, it doesn't have, I'm not stitching on the compass points, but because it has compass points on the whole pattern, it counts. And the way I have been doing it is I just, when I post my homework, I post a picture of what the whole pattern, what the finished piece will look like. And then they can see what I'm talking about. Alright, up next. All my needle minders are stuck together. One at a time. This is Aqua Marina from Bella Filipina Designs. I'm stitching her on Amphitrite. This is a newish color from Under the Sea Fabrics. You can see it's got aquas and purples and blues and just lots of colors to it. So I recently just got to her skin. Been working on all these pinks. Last week we had to do 500 stitches just in any projects that were holding your attention, and this was one of them for me. My little octopus, stitching octopus, is from Snarky Crafter Designs. Let me see. I think I had the... You'd asked me, I'd have said, oh, I totally had the pattern right here so I could show you what the full thing would look like. And I will probably find it, like, when I'm going through, like, my new stash and stuff. So that seems to be the way it works. It's not directly in front of me. I write out what I want to say. I get it all together, I put it all in order, and then I sit down in front of the camera and can't find anything. So there we go. Story of my life, just pretty much across the board. Okay, so I've been working on this a lot because it fits the theme of books, it fits the theme of animals, if it's the theme of owls. So this is Nevermore by Lila Studio. This is on 46 count looking glass Persian linen with another snarky crafter pincushion. So we had to do, very recently I put 1,000 stitches in it for an extra credit assignment, put another 500 for another extra credit assignment. I really like working on this. I will say 46 is the outside I can handle with my eyes. So 46, I really need to use cheater glasses or my eyes will start to hurt. That's okay. I mean, let's see. Here's what it's going to look like all together. I had this one right here. So I'm probably about a third of the way done. Right now I'm just trying to trudge through that bird because I think once he's done, I'll probably work on him and then move down to this other border. This motif and this motif are the two that I'm really looking forward to, so I'm saving them for last. I just threw that on the floor. Like I said, story of my life today. Alright. This is, I think it's called Wondrous Owl, might be, or Wondrous Whale, might be Mystical Whale. It is a Russian pattern from Balfour Embroidery. And to be honest, the Google Translate wasn't sure, so I just think he's a happy whale. I love him. I have worked on him a lot. I'm stitching him on 32 count Anya from Under the Sea Fabrics. This needle minder came with the kit. The kit was kind of pricey. It was $40. I bought 2 kits from them a couple months ago, and I recently bought another kit, so hopefully that'll be here soon. I'll do an unboxing in a minute, although I know a few other Flosstubers have done an unboxing, but I have one over here that I haven't opened yet, so for a different pattern. I just love him. Let me see. I've got his box right here. He came with all the threads I needed, the needle minder and that yellow fabric. And while that yellow fabric's great, it's gone into my stash. I had this extra piece of pink from something and I just really liked it. I said, I'm going to put him on that pink. I needed an excuse. So, and I think the colors are a bit more vibrant than they were. Like, they look a little more sepia on here. On mine, they look a little more vibrant. And that's just, I don't know if that's because of the threads or the fabric, or we all know needlework does not photograph as well as it should. Alright, another thing I put a lot of stitches into recently, I think when I counted it was about 1,000, into my Let Freedom Ring by Lila Studio. I've almost finished the bottom of Independence Hall. This is on Autumn Newcastle from Under the Sea Fabrics. I love working on this. I don't work on it all the time. I pull it out. It's like my One Nation, where I just pull it out and I'm like, I'm going to put another 100 stitches in this, and then I put it away and then don't think about it for 3 or 4 months, and then I keep it kitted and I work, like that's, I love working on samplers, but I don't like them all the time. So I just pull one out and work on it for a couple of days, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done with this, and I can put it back. This is my last one. These are my witches. They are Nor Corbett witches. I've got 4 of them on this piece of fabric, and then there will be an owl down at the bottom here. Now, what I'm doing is I bought an extra one of the boxes from Brenda Gervais with the openings from O Tannenbaum. And one I'm working on O Tannenbaum, so I'll finish that one eventually. And then this, I'm going to put these guys in a box. So these are being stitched on 36 count opal Hamlet. This is kind of what I'm working, like what I'm concentrating on. I'm enjoying working on it, and as long as I am, I might as well stick with it. And honestly, this one, I think this is Gwen, she's already done. So that's about the size they're going to be. This is the one I've been working on. This one and really all of them. They all can. I've been using them a lot because they work for a lot. Apparently, witches work for a lot of magical stitches thing. This week's assignment is to do 100 stitches in projects for stores you would buy stuff from in Hogsmeade. So there's a magical equipment shop. There's a robe shop. There's 2 pubs. There's Zoinka's joke shop. There's a tea shop. There's the Shrieking Shack, which is an abandoned building, stuff like that. So there's 10 different shops. So I did 100 stitches into Minerva because she bought wizard's robes at the dress shop. And then right now I'm working on 100 stitches into Gigi, who just bought a broom at the magical equipment shop. I'm planning to put 200 stitches into Zinnia because she went to the pub. I might even do 300 and say she also went for tea. The way that I am doing it is I've kind of come up in my head like with the Mean Girls kind of. So, you know, she bought black robes because we only wear black on Wednesdays, or it's Wednesday we wear black. So I've kind of got Mean Girl quotes and things, and Gigi's my Regina George, and she, after she got hit by a bus, she plays Quidditch instead of, you know, field hockey and stuff like that. So that's kind of where I am with this. So this is getting a lot of stitching this week. I'd really like to finish it before the mirror retreat so I can go and get it in the box and have it for display. Will I? Probably not. But hey, I'm ambitious. We'll see. I've got a couple of retreat things I'm working on, so they're more important than this, even though this is more fun. Anyway, the fabric is Hamlet, Opal, and Berg. I do it on 36 count so it will fit right in the box. My needle minder says Wizard in Training. My friend Debbie made this for me for my birthday, and I love it. And it fits the theme. I think that's all of my whips, like the ones that I'm actively working on. I'm also working on one by Tanya Amity. I found her on Etsy or Instagram. It's called Fantastical Suitcase, and it's all like it's Newt Scamander's Fantastic Beast suitcase. I have no idea where it is. I can't find it. I found all the threads, I found the pattern, but I cannot find the whip. So it's around somewhere. Alright, finishes. I have like a couple that are not well, one's cross stitching and the other 2 aren't. But the first one that is cross stitching is the dusty one. I did one of the Noteworthy Needles pumpkins. I had it drilled at Cross Stitch Club. I honestly don't remember the last time I made a video and showed all this stuff, so if you've already seen it, sorry. I did pie, my pumpkin pie, and this is glow in the dark Teat Silk Lame from Rainbow Gallery, so it does glow in the dark. And then I glued the pumpkin shut. Like it's so hard to tie off the ends of this, so the threads are hanging back there. So what I've done is I just leave them hanging, and then when I was done, I took glue and just glued the back of the threads down. And then when that dried, I glued the pumpkin top on. So down there. Okay. It's so dusty because it's been sitting on a shelf. Alright, another thing I finished was, because I'm Slytherin House and I had a night where I didn't feel like stitching, I made myself some Q-snap covers that are Slytherin's Q-snap covers. I made a bunch of them in different sizes. You can see. There's a piece of fluff hanging from it. But they all have the Slytherin Crest on them. I love them. They make me happy. And the last thing, I attended a retreat in January with my local girls, and it was mostly cross-stitching, but they had sewing machines and quilting set up. You can do that too. I can't quilt. Well, I can. I can do a basic quilt. I can do a rail quilt. I can do very basic squares. I like that kind of thing. But I don't have time to do it. I don't have time to sit at a sewing machine. I spend so much time sitting at a serger that the last thing I want to do is sit at a sewing machine. But I love buying quilting fabric. So I have a cabinet full of quilting fabric, just lots of quilting cottons. Eventually I will make a quilt. I don't know. This particular brand, Tulip Pink's currently my favorite. And when I was there, my friend Sherry taught me how to make a bag. So I made this project bag. It's got a clear vinyl front. You can see all my sewing mistakes, and that's fine. I love it, even though I made tons of mistakes. So these are all my outers. I love them. I named them all. All the ones that look up like this are named Hairy Otter. All the ones that are laying on their back like that are named Neville Otterbottom. And then this one. This particular one, his name's Emmett, because my friend Trisha said you needed to name one Emmett. So I named this one only Emmett. I'm drinking a beer today called Rogue Rhubarb Schmoobarb. It's like a strawberry ale, and it has strawberries and rhubarb, and it's okay. I like it. The can's pretty. It's not my favorite beer. Usually I like them a little more hoppy, but I went through this weird period where I wanted something like sour and sweet, so I bought those. Alright. Stash. I have a stash, and I have some weird little gifty things that I've been given, or bought, so let's do those. This is going to be my next big start. I can't wait to start it. It is Maria Casson 1822 by Lucy Bean Love and Stitches. I love this. The photograph on the front's not as good as the pictures she posted on Facebook, but look how gorgeous all these threads are. Like, I don't think the picture really shows the threads as well. And I'm going to stitch it on the same pink that I'm stitching that whale on. The Anya pink, except 40 count. So that's going to be probably my next big start. That one and this one, I love this. It's from Jeanette Douglas. It's a Stitching by the Sea Pincushion. I have not decided on my color for this. Part of me wants to do it on that sandy color. Part of me is like, no, you gotta do it on blue. I need to pull. I have a piece of Chesapeake Bay Opal Belfast that would fit this. And I need to yank it out and measure it and pull all the colors and see if like, I worry about the blues blending, but if they don't blend, I'm gonna do it on that because I like that. This is my, I don't want to call it a bullet journal, but it is my journal. It's my Harry Potter journal. So what I do is I print off the assignments every week, and then I put them in here. Let me find, see, this is February's, but it was on paper, green paper, so I could find it easily. And then as I finish assignments, I kind of write down, this is what my goal is for each. Each project has a page. This is what I'm working on. So this is where I've like kept count of all my stitches for castle walls. And if I remember, I put the assignment I used it for and what date I took the picture. That way I can find the picture later. To count my stitches, I was just like counting and then highlighting. And now I've gotten one of these knitting stitch counters. I think my friend Amy Lee is the one who showed them to me. I love this. Let's see. Is this one? That's got something already started on it. So does that. Great. I don't remember what I'm stitching. But I'll highlight a line and it's 5 stitches, and then I'll click it 5 times, and I'll highlight a line and click it. And then it keeps track till I know what number. So this says 462, so I must be trying to get to 500. I have to figure out which project this was in. I think actually this can be voided because I think it was in the whale, and the last batch I did on the whale got me to 35 or 40 stitches, which put me over the 500 limit. But because I already took that picture and posted it. there we go. So these are $5 at Joann's. And you can use a coupon. I think I just bought 3 at 40% off this week, so 3 for $3, or for $3 each. Okay. This is Perry the Platypus. Isn't he cute? I bought him at Cracker Barrel when I went to Tiara Retreat. I carried him around Cracker Barrel for like half an hour, but I also carried around this one. Her name is Wilma, and I couldn't decide which one to get. And then I ended up getting Perry. And then last time I went to Joann's, I found him, found her, and she was in the clearance section, and so I bought her too. So now these are Perry and Wilma, and I keep them in my stitch bag, and they go around with me. Another stitching buddy I had, I love this guy. His name is Bob Marley. How cute is he? My friend, Lisha, crocheted him for me. He's made out of really super soft, feels like chenille yarn. I love him so much. I named him Bob Marley because Bob Marley was from the Whalers. Get it? Get it? Not only is he super soft and fun to snuggle, and I love that she made him for me, and he makes me very happy. This little guy is almost exactly the same size as Sadie, like in size. So when I travel and I take him with me and he sleeps in the bed with me, it's like snuggling with Sadie because it's the same size. Alright, let's see what else. I've got a little bit more stash. So this was a gift from my husband. He gave it to me the other day. I was like, what's in that bag? He goes, this really ugly fairy ball I got you. And I was like, can't be that bad. Oh yeah. It's, you know what? The glass jar is really pretty. This has a light in it. I haven't put the batteries in yet, so this will light up. I'm going to dump this ugly plastic grass and awful flower out of it and put my orts in it. But it comes with a remote, so you can, like, you know, change up the color of the lights and everything like that. And so I think I'll like it a lot better with my orts in it versus that flower. And I'm glad he also thinks it's ugly because then I don't feel so bad tossing the stuff that's in the center out. I just need to get, some more, I need more batteries. Like, I don't have the right batteries for the remote. Okay, so now I think all I have left really is, no, I was about to say stash. But I have one more thing that's not stash. I went to a retreat in February at the island, Fripp Island with my Delta girls. And we went to the, like, island resort shop, and I bought this, and you'll see why I bought it in a second. It is a Bluetooth speaker. It works really well. I really like it. I use it out in the, I bought two. I bought this one, and I bought another one that's all, I think, are the exact same. Because they were on the clearance rack, so they were only, I don't know, $18 or something like that. $12, $16. They were in the teens. But I love this because, number one, this is embroidered on the mesh of the speaker, so they're really pretty, and it's, like, functional for me. But also, they were on clearance. So there you go. I keep one in the garage right now and one in the bathroom to talk to me and to, you know, cast my podcasts and my audiobooks when I'm working. So. Alright, now stash. I don't have a ton of stash, so I'm pretty glad to be able to do that. Hopefully I'll fly through this. First thing is I bought this huge piece. It's like a half yard of gingham. And I bought this from one of Katrina Boyd's retreats. It was the Orange Beach, Alabama one. Oh, my hair looks terrible when I put it behind my ear. My husband hates when I do it. It is 32 count. That's why I bought it. It's blue, which I love, but my issue with it is that it's more like Lugana, but I love gingham. I love the way it looks. And right now, the only gingham I've seen so much has been the 28 count from Weeks Dye Works, and I don't mind Weeks Dye Works, but I don't like working on 28 count, so. I got this Rovera's chart. I love them. I like that she's got a squid on her head. This is from Needle Blank Designs. It's called Hopes and Dreams. The little ship. You know I like nautical stuff. I found this at a cross stitch store. It is Get Up and Run from Prairie Moon. I also found this one. I think I showed this one. It's D-Sampler from Prairie Moon. I love this one with the witches. It'll be one of my event. I feel like I have to work on stuff that can be models, so I don't work on a lot of stuff that's not in print, but there you go. Oh, here's my mermaid. I knew she was in the pile. That's what she'll look like when she's done. I got this one, Black Pearl, from the Primitive Hair. I love her red hair. I have her Sirena, and there's another one. I'll get to them eventually. Witch Mermaid, something like that. I won this at a retreat. It's John and Abigail Adams from Plum Street. I bought this from Becky Noland, who is the designer for Lucy Beam, Love and Stitches. I love this whale. He makes me happy. I got this mermaid box from Jeanette Douglas. This was a gift for my birthday. It is Madame Chantilly Mermaid Bath. And then this was the last one. It was a gift for my birthday. It's the Peacock Garden Scissor Roll. These are birthday gifts, and my birthday was in November, so that's how long it's been since I made a video. So, but I also haven't gotten that much stash, and if I have, I've stitched it. What can I say? One of the last things I have to show you, I made myself this scissor fob. My husband gave me these black scissors for Christmas a few years ago. They're my favorite, and I found this Ursula pendant online. So, I made myself a scissor fob for my scissors that he gave me. Alright, last thing. This is what the Owl Forest kits look like when you get them. This one is called Atlantis. This was $60. If it's anything inside like the whale was, it's going to be a well put together kit. Here, let me... open it. So, okay. First, it comes with the fabric. This is blue gray Murano, which is Lagana 32 count. It comes serged, which is nice. That's what it'll. So this is how big it'll be. Not too huge. It's long, but not. It's long and thin. And I have the perfect place in my kitchen where I have like this huge window out to the backyard and it's got this long empty space above it that I'm going to hang it up. Alright, it came with 3 Nemo Minders. These are the 3 Nemo Minders it came with. Let's see, let me turn this way. So, a jellyfish, an octopus, and a seahorse. The patterns are big, they're huge, and their color. I'm just going to do this from a distance to make it hard to kind of see it. So, the patterns are a good size. And this is how the threads come. Now, I don't use bobbins, but they do come with bobbins with the symbol marked on them. They're hand-dyed threads. You should get enough. So far, I've had enough for the whale, but I'm still working on it. My friend who also stitched the whale said there was plenty of thread. So, I'm working my way through it. I don't, like I said, I don't use the bobbins, so I pop them in a bag, like in a baggie with the bobbin in it, so I can see what the color is. So that's, the kits are pricey. Like I said, this kit was $60 after the exchange rate. And, it was $60 after the exchange rate, and they came, it came with all the threads, like hand-dyed threads, a nice fabric, really nice chart, so worth ordering for. And now Balfour Embroidery has started an English site, and you can just Google Balfour English, and order from their English site. And the shipping's not unreasonable. I think I bought 4 kits. Me and Sherry shared. We each got Atlantis and we each got the whale. And we paid $10 in shipping for 4 kits. And they came really quick. This last one I ordered another kit and I ordered one of their patterns. And it's in the US, so hopefully it clears customs soon. This one cleared customs in 2 days. That other one's kind of sitting in customs, but that's not Balfour Embroidery's fault, so I'm just being patient. And I think that's all I got to say. So hopefully this video works and I can upload it well. So I hope I see a lot of you at the Mirror Retreat, and I hope I see a lot of you at StitchCon. So Under the Sea Fabrics has the Mirror Retreat coming up next month. We have StitchCon in June. We have the Cross Stitch Club Retreat in Nashville in August. And then I feel like there's one more, but I can't remember what it is. The North Texas Get Together in November. So those are all retreats that I will be set up vending at. StitchCon, I'm just doing a trunk show for keepsakes. So there should be a ton of fabric there. But if you'd like to come see me, that's where I'll be over the next few months. And thanks everybody for watching.